Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yup, fought too kind. Yeah, we working. What up, Fight World? It's the kid, it's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. I'm gonna wait for y'all to join and get right to it. Joe Budden left complex everyday struggle. Some of y'all still fell for the mousetrap. Y'all fell for the mousetrap. Ego Army, we up in this. Back to business. What up? Yo, yo. What's good? Boxing fans. We gonna do a spin. See where y'all at. Roll call. I just gotta see who's here. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. Hold your horses. We're gonna talk about it. Oh, you know we're gonna talk about it. How did 4 people dislike? We just started. Like it up. Man, they can't wait to hate. But we drive out that hate with love, positivity, and support. So y'all do the opposite. You know what I'm saying? The haters ain't going nowhere. But I guarantee you, the haters are miserable with their own lives and shit. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you can't be getting it. You can't be eating it. You know what I'm saying? You can't be eating if you're worried about the next man plate. So we ain't worried about that.
From moment to moment. Thank you.
Watching at work with my boss again. That's funny. Your job is chill as hell. You can't have a good fight. See, and listen, people hate off titles. Y'all don't even they think they know what I'm gonna say, but they don't know what I'm gonna say until I say it. So sit down, buckle up, grab you some popcorn, have a Coke, and chill out. But people see a title and it's like, because they think they know what I'm saying. You can't predict me. I'm like the Tasmanian devil. I'm an Aries. You'll never be able to predict what I do or what I say next. Anywho, let's do a roll call, man. I gotta see where y'all at. Where y'all from. Let's do a roll call. City, state, zip. Stand up. Rep your borough. Rep your city. Rep your town. Rep where you from. Colton, California. We got East New York. We got China. We got South Carolina. D-Town, Dallas, Texas, D.C. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? That's it? We from like 3 places. New York, Quebec, New York City, Tulsa, Oklahoma, L.A., Michigan, Morocco, San Bernardino, London, Tampa, Flint, Michigan. Is y'all water back to normal in Flint? North Carolina, Manitoba, Compton, Gardena, San Leandro, Houston. Man, Texas back up in this thing. Texas deep up in it. Damn, that's fucked up in Flint. Well, I hope it gets better sometime soon. Brick City, Newark, New Jersey, Alaska. In the building. Jamaica. Alright, we'll do another roll call. I just like to see where y'all at. We'll get right to it. Let more people join. Let me turn this down so y'all can see. Yeah. They fell for the mousetrap. Alright, so Lomachenko on his verified page, he just put this. He says, I definitely want the Mikey Garcia fight, Floyd Mayweather. He says, thank you for the smart suggestion. One day, when you let me fight your guys, this will be me celebrating. And it's obviously this old-ass dude with walkers and canes. and he's gigging, he's dancing. That's what we say in the Bay. We say gigging. Yee! So I thought that was pretty funny from Mr. High Tech. He's saying, man, I got hats with my logo. You dig? This is a business, people. My email's in my description box. That's the best way to contact me. You can try Instagram DM, but I get a lot of DMs. I get a lot of emails too, but it's up to you. I thought Berchelt was Loma's mandatory. Why don't he fight Berchelt? Good question. I don't know. So, Floyd Mayweather had an interview. Shout out to Hayward, man, my backyard. Floyd Mayweather did an interview with Fight Hype, and he said, you know what, if Lomachenko is what they say he is, he should fight Mikey Garcia. And listen, new media, I'm not going to stop. I'm saying the same thing. I felt the same way that I felt yesterday, that I feel today. Lomachenko, Mikey Garcia is a great fight, and it'll give whoever wins, listen, whoever wins will get a whole lot of credit. This whole Gervonta Tank Davis, that's cool, but it looks like since Gervonta became a champion in January, it looks like Gervonta and his team aren't looking to fight Lomachenko. I mean, unless someone can show me something where they say, yeah, we can get that work, or show any interest, just like Keith Thurman doesn't seem like he wants to fight Errol Spence. It doesn't seem like Jeff Horn is jumping up for joy to fight Terrence Crawford. I mean, we got to be real. We got to keep it a buck. Here's what Tank Davis. So Lomachenko called him out yesterday and hit him up today. And then this is the only response that I've seen that I guess you could even associate with the Lomachenko situation. He says, I'm chasing these M's just like Money May. So I'm chasing money. Okay, I'm chasing millions. And then it says this. Can't rush greatness, baby. So you can't rush greatness, baby. Leonard Ellaby says, we move to the beat of our own music 100 in response to Gervonta Davis saying can't rush greatness. Once again, Mayweather Promotions head, we move to the beat of our own music. Once again, to me, it doesn't look like they have Lomachenko in their immediate plans to fight. I mean, what else? How else can you interpret that? How else can you interpret that, people? So my thoughts are this. And Tank even said this in an interview. I forgot whose interview it was, but he says he had 2 gold medals and he stayed an amateur a while, right? He stayed an amateur, bit like AJ and Wilder. See, listen, you guys come up with atrocious comparisons. Atrocious. AJ and Wilder is nothing like this. Deontay Wilder has been a champion longer than AJ has been a champion, and they're both currently champions. Tank Davis is not currently a champion. Lomachenko is. So it's not the same thing. I had some guy tell me, he was like, why do you keep bringing up Tank doesn't have a belt? Because it's a fact. People get mad when you speak facts and they know they can't rebuttal it, so they say, why are you bringing it up? I'm bringing it up because it pertains to the situation. Yes, it's a big money fight, or it's a name guy, but it's a guy who, him and his team hasn't looked like they wanted to fight you anytime soon. He doesn't have a belt, so if you can't line him up and get that fight ASAP, move on. Move on to one of the people you can corral. You know what I'm saying? It's very simple what I'm saying. And somebody compared this situation to AJ versus Klitschko. And he said, oh, Klitschko didn't have a belt. Listen, once again, some of y'all try to be new media so bad and come up with these clever points, but it's not in fact clever at all. You know what I'm saying? Klitschko was dominant for 10 years almost, and he lost to a bigger Tyson Fury, and he lost via decision. And then that's when he fought AJ, right? But he was a long-standing champion with 60, almost 70 fights or so. You know what I mean? So in what way are we comparing Gervonta Tank Davis to Klitschko at this point of his career at age 23, when Klitschko's 41 with a deep resume, him and his brother? You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all come up, your analogies are terrible. It's not even like similar types of situations. Anyway, so that's Tank's response. He said you can't rush greatness. Like I said before, there's an interview with Tank on YouTube. He said Lomachenko stayed an amateur, got 2 gold medals, had all these amateur fights, so he's turning pro later than a lot of people. He's turning pro later than a lot of people, so he's rushing. So he has to rush through the rankings, which is in essence kind of true, because his career is at its fast track because he has so much amateur experience, and he's age 29. He's 29. Guys like Tank, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney. Devin Haney's not fighting Nicholas Walters level competition, right? It's because there's no rush. Like, you groom your fighter. It's very simple. Does Lomachenko get credit if he beats Tank? I mean, yeah, he would get credit for beating an undefeated fighter. But what I'm saying is that if you really think about it, if you beat Tank right now with no belt, and everybody's saying Tank has no shot right now, then how is that, you know what I'm saying? How is that going to prove what ESPN is saying about Vasiliy Lomachenko? That's my question to you guys, right? At this point, Lomachenko has proven he's skilled enough to beat guys that are like Jason Sosa, Miguel Mariaga. If you're that level of fighter, you definitely don't have a chance. You know what I'm saying? So I think the consensus is, and this is what the old media did to Lomachenko, they put a lot of pressure on him. He's 29, he has a solid resume for 11 fights, he has a loss, and they keep comparing him to history's greats Ali and Floyd Mayweather. So now we want to see it. Now, honestly, if Tank, let's say Lomachenko went and beat Tank over 12 like Billy Joe Saunders did David Lemieux, I mean, would that prove what, let's say, Joshua beating a respected guy like Klitschko did, or if Joshua beats a guy like Joseph Parker, Deontay Wilder? That's what I'm saying. That's what we're getting at here. We know Lomachenko is good. So my thing is this: if it doesn't look like Mayweather Promotions has you in their sights, and Tank is not a champion, then what's the point of trying to over-bully the situation and just keep pressing him? And it doesn't look like they're trying to fight. They're going about their own business. You can say he's ducking, he's avoiding, whatever you want to say, but what's the point of expending that energy? That's what I want to know. Okay, easy breezy. Why doesn't Tank want to fight for Loma's belt? That's the real question. I don't know what he wants to do, and I can't speak on behalf, but I do know this. I do know he's ranked with the IBF. The guy who just beat Tevin Farmer for the IBF is probably an easier fight, and I think they're still trying to develop Tank Davis. So they're not, like, that's why they keep saying we can't rush greatness. We can't rush greatness. They know probably Lomachenko's good, so why jump out of line with the IBF to try to go after a WBO belt with a much tougher opponent in Vasiliy Lomachenko? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Errol Spence, people kept saying, why didn't he fight Danny Garcia? He was a couple of shots away, a couple of people away from the IBF title shot with Kell Brook. So why not? You know what I mean? The bottom line is Mayweather Promotions, they're telling you we're not rushing our fighter because he's 29 and he's at an advanced spot. We're not going to rush him. Now, again, this is me being a fair critic. You can't, if someone's a champion, you can't really say that, because as far as I'm concerned, the school of boxing that I come from, when you're a champion, your food is open season. But Tank is no longer a champion, so at least let him get a belt again, and then you want to pressure him, then that's open. Like, for example, when Mike Tyson beat Trevor Berbick, became champion of the world, you can't say, oh, he's only 21, he can't fight this and that person. But now, Mayweather Promotions, they can do that because their fighter is not a champion. and he's on the comeback trail of getting a belt. It's all very simple. Mike Tyson was 20. You're right. I said 21, I think. So that's it. So actually, Tank losing his belt on the scale, it relieves some of the pressure. It's just like, listen, it's just like Canelo when he vacated his belt to Golovkin. Yeah, we can pressure him and say, oh, he ducked Golovkin and stuff like that, but he relieved the pressure. If he would have held on, like Miguel Cotto, he was very small for middleweight. He made the mistake of holding on to that hardware. And then Triple G was pressing him, and then they were asking him after HBO, after he knocked out Daniel Gill and stuff like that. So, in essence, I'm not saying Tank wanted to lose his belt on the scale, but he did himself. If they're not ready for Lomachenko, and that, they want to develop and not rush their fighter, then they're in the prime position because he doesn't have a belt. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers want to cry about that little kid Keaton when he was crying about getting bullied. This is the same situation. The man, his team, they're telling you, we're not trying to fight him next, and now they're not champion. Again, if you're a champion, it's open season. You can't say, like Errol Spence can't say, oh, man, I'm not ready for Danny Garcia. I'm not ready for Keith Thurman. And in fact, he's doing the contrary. But now with Tank being 23 and being beltless, they can do that. So my point is this. Lomachenko is good. He's putting pressure. He's trying to embarrass Tank Davis and his team. But it only goes so far. You called him out. They're standing their ground saying, hey, you can't rush greatness. So what's he going to do? He's going to keep, it's like the keep situation. He's just going to keep attacking Tank and keep calling him out. That's cool, but that's not improving your legacy. You know what I'm saying? That's not improving your legacy. It's simple. You can say Davis should be embarrassed or whatever, but at the end of the day, him not having a belt relieves the pressure, period. So that's how I see it. Like, and Lomachenko, my thing is this. In others, see, they want to be new media so bad. I'm trying to tell you. They want to be new media bad. They'll say like, oh, ego, why are you okay with Errol Spence pressuring Keith Thurman, who doesn't seem like he wants to fight? It's very simple, because Keith Thurman has 2 fucking belts. He is a champion. So Errol Spence is a champion. A guy with more big fights and 2 belts is a champion. So yeah, I'm okay with Errol Spence. If 2 people are champions and it's a unification, I'm definitely okay with someone pressuring that person, because that's what champions are supposed to do. Unify. Same thing with Wilder Joshua. These are the dumb examples that y'all motherfuckers come up with because you try to catch me up in some kind of bias or lie. I'm very consistent. Deontay Wilder, AJ, is a unification. So yeah, pressure another champion. If Triple G pressured Billy Joe Saunders, he's a champion. So if you want to make Billy Joe Saunders look like a chicken shit and look like he was ducking you, not now, but when Triple G was like, no, he's a clown, that's cool, because it's food. You're all open season. You know what I mean? Because they're a champion. But Tank Davis is not a champion. It's very simple. He's not a champion. So why are you going to keep pressuring a person that doesn't appear like him or his team are trying to fight you, and he's not a champion? Explain that. Okay, you made him look bad, if that's what you say. But he's not a champion. So when do you move on? Now again, if someone has a belt and they're holding it, that's what we call it, holding a belt hostage. That's something totally different. If Deontay Wilder's pressing Joshua and he got 2 belts, then that's something different, because Wilder wants what he has. Not only does he want the big name fight and the money fight, but he'll get the respect for beating Joshua, a champion with 2 belts. Perfectly easy to understand concept. Tank versus Verdeo. I haven't seen anything from Verdeo recently, and they're in two different divisions. What are y'all arguing about? All right, y'all want a hot seat? We got our first hot seat. His name is Idalio Rivero. He said, sorry, ego, not with you at all. Okay, so you state your case. What aren't you with? What don't you understand that I'm saying that you totally disagree with? Everybody grab your popcorn. Like expected, we got another hot seat. So step up. You said, I'm not with you at all. Sorry, ego. So you explain what I said that doesn't make sense, or you explain how your theory is better. Everybody watch this. Everybody grab your popcorn. So what aren't you? Shout out to Ego Gang, man. Ego Army, we banging. Gang gang. Ego Mafia, we are the mob, money on top of boxing. Where is he at? Where's this boy at? I'm trying to get these hot seats. Let me get these bodies early. So once again, the gang is waiting. You said, sorry, Ego. I totally disagree. What do you disagree with that I said? See, I'm giving all you guys a fair one in the hot seat. You all get a fair one. Everyone, I'm giving you the opportunity to speak. His name is Idalio Rivero. He says, sorry, Ego, I'm not with you at all. So what do you disagree with? Everybody get your popcorn, put some extra butter on that. Y'all like the butter layer where you put some popcorn, then you put the butter, then you put more popcorn. Butter layer your popcorn, man. We waiting for Idalio Rivera. He says, I'm not with you, so we're gonna see his point, and we'll see who has the more meaningful logic or whatever. And once again, where's he at? Why do they disappear like this? This is your golden opportunity. Sorry, Ego. I totally disagree. Okay, what do you disagree with? I'm asking you time and time again. I know you're in here. I know you under the bed, biting your nails and stuff. You in the hot seat. See, because that's what I'm saying. We don't just do, in my live streams, we don't just do those fly-by comments. Damn, my dude Carlton already counting you down. That's a good idea, Carlton. Keep that countdown going, because we can't have one person hold up the whole stream. See, someone said just block him already. All right, Idalio, we're trying to give you an opportunity, man. Yo, can my mods check in? I gotta see what mods I have. If you have a moderator power, if you got the juice, let me know you're here. Just say here or something so I can see how many mods I have. Where's Idalio? See, I totally disagree with you, Ego. Now he says, sorry, I'm in here. Yo, you got like 10 seconds. You wasted everybody. They always wait till they're almost counted out. It's like wrestling, WWE, and they're like 1, 2, and then they kick up at the last, right before the third count. Yo, you gotta put what you disagree with, because you're wasting people's time. Listen to the excuse. He says, I keep cutting out. Anyone else having that problem? How you guys always having Wi-Fi connectivity issues when you in the hot seat? Something went wrong with the script. Okay, stop putting connectivity issues and Wi-Fi and just put what you disagree with. You got 10 seconds. 10, 7, 5, 4, 3. I just believe fighters should fight no matter what. Bro, you're out of here because you're not even explaining anything. Block L. We got our first hot seat. That was an easy one. He was wasting time. He said, sorry, Ego, I totally disagree with you. And then he stalled us all out, made us wait. And then he says, oh, it's my Wi-Fi. I don't think I paid my Comcast bill. Like I said, it's cool to disagree, but make sure you come with a strong point. Like you have like a reason for disagreeing. And think about, I'm telling you how to beat me in the hot seat. Think about your points and think about what you're gonna say before you. Everyone just wants to type. That's what I'm saying. That's what's wrong with the internet. Is there's no accountability. Everyone was just, oh yeah, You know what I mean? But they don't think about it. My email is in my description box. You have to just scroll for it. Money Pal's at 154 and Devin Haney's like at 135. How is that a realistic fight? See, once again, some of you guys don't watch boxing like that because you start saying like Billy Joe Saunders or AJ. Like who? AJ? Anthony Joshua? Yeah. Like you got to know just because people are names, that doesn't mean they should fight. Devin Haney's 135 and he's like 19 years old. Money Pal's young too, but he had like 54. What are you talking about? Anyway. You gave him the chance to survive the hot seat. He couldn't explain what he disagreed with. Of course. Listen. I said my piece with the whole Lomachenko. That's cool. You pressure and Tank. Him and his team look like they're not going to be pressured into fighting you. You can say he's ducking. You can say he's scared. Whatever you want. Fine. But he has no belt. So when are you going to move along? Man, I told you I don't really like begging dudes. I don't like begging dudes. But y'all want me to give Mike Kemp a chance? He keeps saying I disagree. And he's begging for the hot seat. Should I give him that work? Or should I just let him be a beggar in the stream? I'll let the fans decide. Okay, Mike, what do you disagree with? The people want you in the hot seat. So what's your point? What's your take on this? And keep in mind, you said I disagree. So tell me what I said that you disagree with. And we're waiting. Everybody grab your popcorn, get your jujubes, Raisinets, Gobstoppers, whatever y'all like to eat. Get that expensive ass Coke that costs like $5.75. And we got a hot seat. So what did I say that you disagree with? Because that's what you said. You said, no, I disagree. And you put it like 1,000 times, begging for the hot seat. Okay, the whole not ready thing. Okay, listen. You wasted one response. You got two more. And you're not explaining what you disagree with. Response 2. I can understand if you were never a champion, then that's an excuse. Okay. That's your second response. You still haven't explained anything to any of us. See, it's easier to disagree than to explain your side of what you disagree. You wasted 2 responses and you're not really talking about anything. And listen, just because, okay, he's undefeated. No one beat his ass for his title. But obviously, if you lose your title on the scale, then you probably have some discipline issues or things you need to work out to try to, like, why are you missing weight at age 23? You know what I'm saying? So maybe you have a discipline issue. So that could be an issue why you need to keep getting some more fights, because you don't want to step in there with a Lomachenko. He ain't missing weight. He's been doing this for a while. You know what I mean? He's a pro through and throughout. So maybe there's things that they want to develop. I'm not making an excuse, but that's what it sounds like Mayweather Promotion wants to do. Like I said, you guys can interpret it how you want, but you got one more response to tell me what you disagree with. He's not a champion. That's a fact. You can say whatever you want, but he's not a champion. And that's cool. Lomachenko, he sent 2 tweets back-to-back days. You dissed him. You got him. But his team's not really responding, and they're not necessarily trying to fight you. It looks like, it appears. So what are you going to do? You're just going to keep talking about the guys that don't want to fight you. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. I'm not letting Tank off the hook or protecting him and all this extra shit. He says, I understand, but I respect more if they said, hey, he's not ready yet, instead of saying, we're not worried about Loma, we doing us. That's exactly what they are saying. They haven't said, oh, hey, we're not ready. But if they just said, I just showed you guys the tweet, they just said, we won't be rushed and we move to the beat of our own drum. That's basically what they're saying. They're basically saying he's not ready, and they want to develop him and move him at their own pace. So what are you talking about? Sorry, your responses are up. If he didn't explain what he disagreed with intelligently, everybody put your L's up. That's what I'm saying. I disagree. He's not a champion. They probably see little flaws and holes. Oh, hey, you're struggling to make weight. Blah, blah, blah. now we're not going to rush you. Again, if he was a champion, like when he was a champion a couple of months ago, then I wouldn't say nothing because Loma would have every right to push and pursue for a unification. Just like Deontay Wilder, just like Errol Spence is doing, just like Terrence Crawford is doing, even though he's not a champion, but we all know he was undisputed. So the fans have voted, hey, you didn't do a good job, so bye-bye, my friend. Blocked. We got to block you out the hot seat. So hold up. I got to find him. Block. That's 2 bodies for me. Y'all gonna keep track of how many bodies I catch? See, this is the thing. I'm one of the most realistic people in boxing and down to earth. In my opinion, I feel like that. I feel like I'm the people's champ. I'm not all the way extreme on any side. I think what I'm saying is perfectly reasonable. Despite if you like it and you wanted to see the fight, I'm not arguing for that. I'm not arguing because I want to see the fight. I've already said that. I want to see Tank Davis versus Lomachenko because, in my opinion, you would need some of the tools that Tank has to do well, to even make it competitive with Lomachenko, just because he has that much power. You know what I mean? And he's explosive, and he has a mean streak, so you would need stuff like that. Not saying he beats Lomachenko, but I would put it this way. If you said Tank Davis, if you, let's say you wanted to bet on the underdog, right? If you wanted to bet on the underdog and someone gave you $100 and they said, put your money on Rigondeaux moving up 2 divisions to fight Loma, Miguel Martiaga, or Tank Davis at 130, all of them fighting Lomachenko at 130, bet on one of these underdogs versus Loma, I swear I would put my money on Tank if I was going to make that bet. All right, Rumble Johnson in the hot seat. Let's see if I can go for 3 bodies. He says, yeah, ego is a little biased. What did I say that was biased? We're waiting. Rumble Johnson. I guess I'm Daniel Cormier if you Rumble Johnson. You about to get beat. So what did I say that was biased? We'll just start at the basics. Everybody hit the like button. If y'all want me to catch this 3rd body and we rocking. I just blocked some other clown. Block. If y'all want me to catch this 3rd body, hit this like button. Hey, we have over 200 people in the chat. We need at least 100 likes. Hit that like button. I watch you crucify Canelo for not wanting to fight Triple G, but you're making excuses for Tank. Okay, this is listen. This is where it gets good. Y'all want me to zip this kid? Y'all want me to zip him? Okay. Crucify Canelo for not fighting Triple G. Canelo beat Miguel Cotto and was lineal middleweight champion. So Triple G was on his line, like I keep saying consistently. If you are a champion, then guess what? It's open season. If Mike Tyson's 20 and other heavyweight champions want to unify with him, then it's all good. When I crucified Canelo, right? It's because he was the lineal middleweight champion and he gave up his belt to the guy who was pressing him. Triple G was like, no, give me my belt. And Canelo was like, here. So how are you comparing this to Tank Davis? Tank lost his belt on the scale. He didn't just, Loma was pressing him and doing these tweets, and then he gave up his IBF to Lomachenko. So what are we talking about? Next, I tell y'all want to be new media so bad, but you can't do it. You want to be new media so bad, but you can't do it. Try to come up with these clever, I caught you up type of analogies, and they just don't resonate. Another reason why I crucified Canelo is because he had a better resume than Golovkin. You fought Floyd. That's all the experience you need. You fought Floyd fucking Mayweather. His resume was better than Triple G, so why not fight him? I can't say Tank Davis's resume is better than Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? And he has just a few more fights than him. You know what I'm saying? And in my honest opinion, Canelo was starving himself to make 54 when him and Triple G in their 30-day weigh-ins were weighing about the same. So realistically, Canelo had been about Triple G's size, not in height, but in terms of mass and muscle and in terms of just overall the weight they carried. Boom. Now Rumble Johnson, he says, so the fact still remains Canelo wasn't a champion. He vacated the belt. He said, same you're saying for Canelo. Listen, this boy want to get zipped up so bad. I crucified him because he was a champion and he surrendered his belt to the guy that was pressuring him. He surrendered. So if I want to talk about that after, that's a direct result of Team Canelo giving their belt away. Tank didn't do that. Tank, and actually, if we're talking about consistently, Mayweather Promotions has consistently brushed Lomachenko off as a side and basically said that, hey, you know what? We're doing our own thing. He's over there with Top Rank. We're not going to be rushed. So they've consistently did that. Canelo was the one talking about, hey, I'm from Mexico. We don't fuck around. Woo, woo, woo. We could glove up right now. Cut the bullshit. Fuck the mamadas. And doing all that. Tank Davis, his team has consistently said, like, Lomachenko's a good fighter. We're not worried about him. So once again, your analogy is horrible and you're getting bodied, my friend. You're getting bodied. I crucified Canelo because he was the champion. And when the other champion, who was the mandatory, was supposed to get his shot, he surrendered his belt to that champion. That's not here. Now listen, more excuses. See, this is how you know when a man's getting bodied. He says, who cares? Triple G wouldn't have gained anything for beating a beltless Canelo. The same you're saying for Loma not gaining anything for beating Tank. You've exhausted all your options. It's not the same because Canelo, at the time he was supposed to fight Triple G, he was talking shit about Triple G. I don't see anything special. I'm from Mexico. We don't fuck around. We could glove up right now. Blah, blah, blah. Tank Davis is not really talking shit about Lomachenko from what I've seen. Another thing is, like I said, Canelo has a better resume than Triple G, the fighter in question. Tank doesn't have a better resume than or experience than Vasiliy Lomachenko. He's trying to say it's the same. I'm gonna let the fans vote. He got slaughtered, in my opinion. Put your L's up. Y'all, that's what I'm saying. They want the situations to be the same so bad. Tank did not give his belt away to Lomachenko. You could say he avoided him, he's not trying to fight him or whatever. Nice try, Rumble. Man, I'm giving these boys caskets early. They want to compare these situations so bad, and I'm showing you every reason it's not exactly the same. It's not the same situation. Bye-bye, my friend. Blocked L. How are we comparing Canelo? And the other thing is, Canelo turned pro at 15. At the time he fought Mayweather, he had one less fight than Mayweather. Tank got like 15, 16 fights. What are we really comparing? That's what I'm saying. If y'all want to go against new media, I'm trying to give y'all the keys. You got to come with stronger points. And if you have an analogy, at least be somewhat similar. Okay, for example, here, I'm going to give you an example of a new media analogy versus one of these other dudes, the old media. All right. I've always picked Floyd Mayweather to beat Manny Pacquiao. One of the real reasons, even though it's not just about triangle theories, one of the real reasons is because Pacquiao has always struggled with pure boxers, counterpunchers, guys that had athleticism and timing and shit like that. So if Marquez is giving you all you can handle, what is Floyd gonna do? Longer reach, he's faster, he's smarter, especially defensively, ring IQ wise, than a guy like Marquez. So to me, I knew he was gonna beat Pacquiao. But this is what they would say. Oh, Marquez, he beat Michael Katsidis. This is the analogy they give. He beat Michael Katsidis, so he's going to beat Floyd Mayweather. When Floyd fights nothing like Michael Katsidis. That, you see the difference? At least when I'm comparing the advantages that Floyd would have, it's because he does what Marquez can do, basically, in terms of a counterpuncher, and he does it superiorly. You know what I mean? Versus Michael Katsidis fights nothing like Floyd Mayweather. So to use that as an analogy or a catalyst is stupid. Just like the dude, how are we comparing what Canelo did versus Triple G? And he said I was biased. He said I was biased because I crucified Canelo for his decision to vacate when Triple G was pressuring him. And we're comparing this to Tank. They're two different situations. But again, they want because I praise probably the fighter they like and the fighter they worship, Canelo, they want me to say the same exact thing with a different situation when it's not the same situation at all. And I can explain why it's not. Boom. We working. Stevenson, Badu, Jack, they're talking about making that fight in March. I think there's a strong chance it goes down. Alida Alvarez. Listen, Alida Alvarez, he can't complain no more. He can't complain about getting put on the back burner and swept to the side and all that if he keeps allowing step aside money. I understand getting free money or money for not fighting somebody, but if you were complaining, talking about I'm a sue Adonis if you don't fight me next, and this is the second time you're taking step aside money, you don't have a case as far as I'm concerned. You simply don't. You know what I mean? Don't complain about not getting your title shot, and you're part of the reason you're not getting your title shot. Make sure y'all smash the like button, man. We killing these boys. So, like I said, for me, the Lomachenko, that's what I'm saying, just a bunch of emotional shit in boxing. People, oh, you're protecting your boy Tank Davis. What do I got to protect him from? I'm not Mayweather Promotions. I'm not his dad. I'm not his trainer. I mean, I actually like Tank Davis, and I like Lomachenko, but I like Lomachenko putting the pressure, making jokes or whatever. That's cool. That don't bother me. It don't hurt my life. But what I'm saying is Tank doesn't have a belt. His team is basically openly saying that they're not trying to fight you. So why not start gunning for these guys that are going to try to fight you, that will, like, define your career? Simple. So, like, again, it's just like that little, like I said, that little Keaton boy. It's like, you're going to keep bullying the kid that doesn't want to fight you, but this is the other person your size. He's like, yeah, I'll fight you. And y'all like, no, let's overlook that. Mikey Garcia said he wants to fade. Lomachenko says he wants to fade. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Miguel Berchel, I haven't heard him and his team say, like, fuck that, we ain't fighting Loma. You know what I mean? We're trying to wait and see what happens. You can't rush greatness. I didn't hear them say that. So if they're not saying that, then make those fights. And then hopefully at some point it'll come around. Like, because this is, boxing is fickle like that. Because I can think of a couple examples off the top of my head. Billy Joe Saunders being one of them. Oh, what a difference a year makes. Billy Joe Saunders a year and a half ago was being ridiculed. He was being ridiculed. Right? It looked like he was being scary and didn't want to fight Triple G. Straight up. But in recent memory, he started calling out Triple G. Then he beat David Lemieux convincingly. And now it looks like the tables are turned. Now I haven't really heard anything about Triple G. Definitely Canelo's team or Canelo himself. I haven't heard nothing about them trying to fight him after he looked spectacular. Right? So, I mean, that's all I'm saying. Tank Davis, it doesn't look like he wants to fight next, or his handlers or whoever, they're not trying to fight him next. So he's probably going to try to get a belt, get more developing, and then the fight will probably come around. In the meantime, what is Lomachenko going to just keep talking about Gervonta Tank Davis, the guy that it doesn't look like his team is going to allow you to fight him? That it doesn't make sense. Like I said, the only time that would make sense is to continually pressure a champion, because if you continually pressure champion, pressure bursts pipes, and that's going to make that champion look worse and worse. If Errol Spence beats Lamont Peterson and again calls out Keith Thurman, you're pressuring a champion. He has a belt you want to unify. It's going to make him look extremely bad. But to me, if Lomachenko does a tweet every single day about Tank Davis, who doesn't have a belt right now, that's not, I mean, it's not going to make it look any worse, because he's not a champion right now. It's very simple. It's very simple. So obviously they have other plans. They're probably going to try to fight that Japanese dude, try to get the belt back, you know what I mean, get some more experience. And then just like the Billy Joe Saunders Triple G fight, it'll probably come around. But right now, Tank's being scary. Just like we said, Billy Joe Saunders was scary. Just like, and see, this is the real shit about this whole thing is this. A lot of people, a lot of you motherfuckers, you guys start swallowing this, right? Like, I've talked to Tank, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all start swallowing, oh, he's scared, he's done, whatever. You go say whatever you want, but these guys at the end of the day they're all fighters. They did this. Jamal Charlo, they said, oh, he's gonna leave the 160 to avoid J-Rock. J-Rock was like, he said, fight me or vacate, turkey. And everybody was like, yeah, fight him, motherfucker, you're scared of him. Then he fought him, and it was some different shit. Now, I'm not saying Tank absolutely beats Lomachenko, but at the end of the day, it is a fight. You know what I mean? A lot of people said Canelo, because of what he did, he vacated his belt. A lot of people said Canelo was like scared of Golovkin and stuff, but when he was in there, he actually landed more power shots than Golovkin. So, you know what I mean? Anything could be said on Twitter and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, these guys are fighters, so when they step up in the ring, you know what I mean? Once it is signed, whether they're pressured into fighting or not, most guys, it's fight or flight for them, period. And I can think of countless, I just gave you a couple, but I can think of countless examples where the scared guy, when he fought the guy he was scared of, like Mayweather Pacquiao was supposed to knock him out. He didn't fight him scared of me. He came out bombing Pacquiao with strong rights in round 1. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it is what it is. You can say whatever you want about Tank now. They have their own path for him. He doesn't want to fight him now. It doesn't look like. So Lomachenko should worry about guys that actually can manifest, fights that can manifest. Miguel Berchel's a good option. Any of the unifications at 30 is a good option. Mikey Garcia, if he gets past Lipinets at 35, is a good option. Boom. Y'all always like take this scared shit and then just run with it. Like, oh yeah, he's so scared. I mean, whatever. Yeah. I don't even know who some of y'all are talking about. And some of the radical Lomachenko fans, I'm just going to admit, first of all, some of y'all motherfuckers just came out of nowhere. I've been told you Lomachenko was good. Now all of a sudden I'm the bad guy. Cool, that's cool. I have tough skin. But a lot of y'all motherfuckers came out of nowhere. Second of all, a lot of y'all are bandwagon fans. Third of all, is at the end of the day, some of y'all sound scared. Y'all sound scared. When I say Lomachenko should fight Mikey Garcia, it's a good fight. This is a guy he called out. And they say it like I'm trying to set Lomachenko up. Like I did it. Why did he call him out? But when I want to see it, and I agree with his call out, I'm like, hey, that's a damn good fight. Y'all try to flip it on me like I did something to Lomachenko. And the great thing about new media, people, the great thing is we can show proof. We can show proof. I ain't got to lie about it. And some of y'all don't either, but y'all still do. New media proof.
I mean, who do you want? I mean, who do you want the most? One guy.
Maybe Mikey Garcia. Yeah, Mikey.
Thank you.
Okay. Did everyone hear that?
Maybe Mikey Garcia. Yeah, Mikey.
Once again, this is how new media. This is why we're gonna continue in 2018 and beyond to keep fucking these boys up, because he called after he beat Rigondeaux. They said, "Who do you want to fight? Name one guy, one name, one person." He said Mikey Garcia. Yeah, Mikey Garcia. It's not the first time he called out Mikey Garcia. But then when I say it, y'all say, oh, but you just want to see him fight at 135 and Mikey's too big. Then why is he calling him out? Why did he call out Mikey Garcia if he's too big? Why did he call out Mikey Garcia if he doesn't want to move to 135 and he wants to unify? And another reason that I know a lot of y'all, the radical, not just regular Lomachenko. If you're a Lomachenko fan, that's great. He's a great fighter. But if the radical ones, this is how I know y'all are full of shit. You're full of shit because when Mikey comes up, it's like you said the goddamn boogeyman's name. What? You want him to go to 135? You're crazy. I'm crazy, but he called him out after the Rigondeaux fight, right? And then oh, you just want to see him move up, let him stay and unify. Then why is he not really openly pushing and pressuring the unifications as much as he's pushing and pressuring for Gervonta Tank Davis, who has no belts? So either way, you're trapped. You're trapped because you say, oh, he shouldn't move up to 35, but he called out a 135 pounder multiple times. You say, oh, let him stay at 130 and unify, but he's putting more energy on a non-unification with Gervonta Tank Davis. Okay, Edward Freyes, he says because Tank is a bigger name. So, should I hot seat this kid? Y'all want me to hot seat him? Y'all want me to hot seat this boy? All right, Edward, are you in the hot seat? See, I can't deal with everyone on an individual basis. Edward Frias, step up. You in the hot seat. We're going to get this work. Okay, so explain this, hot shot. Lomachenko post, I just showed you guys, post Rigondeaux knockout, he called out Mikey Garcia, right? Mikey Garcia fights at 35 and 40. Mikey said, I'll come to 35 to fight Lomachenko. So how can fans say that Lomachenko shouldn't go up to 35 to fight Mikey Garcia, a guy he called out, because they say he should sit and unify, right? Tank doesn't have a belt. Therefore, a fight with him is not a unification. And you just said, hey, it's because Tank's a big name. But once again, explain, since Tank doesn't have a belt, how is that a unification? Your turn. Y'all don't think, I'm telling y'all don't think about what you say. You just say it. He should, but Mikey got a fight coming up. Okay, what about the unifications? And Mikey's fighting in February, early in the year. December's almost over, so they could still fight in the summertime. Lomachenko, I don't think he fought this year. Well, actually, he fought Jason Sosa early. So anyway, why does he fight? He doesn't have to. He just fought in November or whatever. December 9th. So he could fight in the summertime after Mikey handles this Sergey Lipinets. But anyway, even without Mikey, explain how fighting Tank Davis, who has no belt, how is that him wanting to unify? Come on, Eduardo. You're supposed to be the representation for old media. Yes, but Tank is the bigger name than the other champions at 130. So explain how it's a unification. So once again, when I say a guy that Loma called out at 35, they should fight. People say no, he's not at 35, he's at 130. Let him stay and unify. But Tank is a bigger name, but he's not a unification. He has no belt. So you're just going in circles. And once again, like I said earlier in the stream, Tank's team is all but saying we're on our own path multiple times and we're not going to be rushed. We're not to be rushed, and we're not going to worry about what Lomachenko does, and his career is not our career, right? So once again, they're pretty much bowing out of an immediate near future next fight or so Lomachenko match. So why are you going to keep pursuing the guy that you punked or that you doesn't want to fight you instead of one of those unifications? On top of that, if you win a unification, despite if they're lesser names, you still get a belt and you still get a step closer to for undisputed. Canelo got no belt as well, but every fan wanted to see the fight between Triple G and Canelo. Once again, this is why you guys keep getting bodied. You guys listen to people. They're bringing up the worst analogies. Canelo versus Triple G. Canelo vacated his belt to Triple G. Canelo is about Triple G's size, mass-wise. Canelo is a guy who has a resume that's better than Triple G. You can't say those same things for Tank Davis. Canelo has a high level of pro level experience. So, in fact, his resume is better than Triple G. So why you keep comparing? Listen, I've never once said that no big fights can be had unless there's a belt on the line. All right, now he's drowning people. I don't want to see him fight Berchelt. He's trash. Tank is the biggest test at 130. Listen, Mikey Garcia is moving up to 40 to fight Sergey Lipinets. In my honest opinion, Mikey all the way. Mikey all the way. I don't think Lipinets has what it takes. But he's a champion with a 77% knockout ratio. So we'll see. And even though I think Lipinets is not on the level of Mikey Garcia, Mikey, by beating him, will be in the same breath as Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez as far as the divisions he's conquered and being a champion in the 4th division. So that being said, if Berchelt is so trash, then why doesn't Lomachenko just beat him? Listen, we're going to do a vote, and this vote is going to be me zipping you up. Y'all want me to zip this kid? Y'all want me to zip him up? Just put zip him up. J-Dog, I got him. Listen, I'm about to zip this kid. And actually, I'm gonna get the audience participation to zip him up in the hot seat. So here we go. Now, if you be real, don't lie, be 100% honest. All the fans I want to vote, except for the guy in the hot seat, his vote won't count because I want to ask the fans. Would you give Vasiliy Lomachenko more credit for beating a champion in his division that's his height, that's Mexican with kind of that aggressive Mexican style, who's a champion in Miguel Berchelt? Or would you give him more credit for fighting and beating Miguel Mariaga at 126, who moved up to 130 and was coming off a loss 3 or 4 months prior? So once again, what fight would give Lomachenko more credit in layman's terms? Miguel Mariaga or Miguel Berchelt, a champion in that division? Since Berchelt's so trash, I want to know. Exactly. Now, no. Listen, Edwards now he's scared now. He said we're not talking about Mariaga. Yes, I am, because Lomachenko fought Mariaga this year. He fought him this year. And if Berchelt is so horrible and so trash, you'll at least get a belt and you'll get the respect from beating someone in your division who's your size. But he fought Miguel Mariaga. So if you can fight Miguel Mariaga, what's the big deal with fighting Miguel Berchelt? He's been on HBO. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say Berchelt's trash and the fight's meaningless when at the very least he's equivalent size to Lomachenko. He's a Mexican fighter who's rugged and durable, looked good in his last 2 fights. But you're okay with Berchelt. I mean, you're okay with Mariaga coming up from 126 to 130 off of a loss. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so a guy who lost to Nicholas Walters and Oscar Valdez at 126, right? Him being made to quit. I would be more impressed with Lomachenko making a champion quit. Boom. Y'all getting bodied. Yo, let's vote. If he got that L, if he got served like B2K, put your L's up. Oh my gosh. Now he's copping pleas. I never said I was okay with Loma fighting Mariaga. But we did go off of what you said. You said Berchelt is trash. So if you weren't okay with him fighting Mariaga, then you shouldn't have a problem with Berchelt. Boom. Everybody put your L's up. Have a seat. J-Dog, one of my moderators, get him the fuck out of here. Edward Frias, y'all know what to do. And I'm through talking. Shout out to DJ Yo. That's easy. Don't call Berchelt trash, but we just accepted Mariaga coming off of a loss at 126. You see what these fans do? Berchelt's trash, but he's at the very least a champion who has a win over Francisco Vargas and Takashi Miura at the weight, so a title defense. But we all sat through Loma versus 126 pound Mariaga, who lost all of his big fights. Ego getting his money, Ego gang. You already know, man. Let's see if we could get to 200 likes, man. I'm serving. I don't even know how many bodies I got. What do you mean? He did get blocked. See, the one thing I don't have to do to make a point is I don't have to lie about shit. Don't be like Miguel Berchelt is trash. I mean, straight up too. Even though Rigondeaux is talented or whatever, he's still at a deficit coming up in weight. I would say Berchelt is at least he's a puncher in the division in question. And if I had to compare and say who's more Salido-ish, then I would definitely say, and I would have always said, Miguel Berchelt has more of a Salido style than the style that beat Lomachenko than Rigondeaux. And these are facts, people. Yeah, Berchelt's pretty big. I see. That's what I'm saying. Listen, the radical fans, they don't watch boxing like this. They don't watch boxing like this. Oh my gosh. Do y'all want another hot seat? These listen, ever since Lomachenko beat Rigondeaux, I have not caught this many bodies. I have not caught this many bodies since this Lomachenko shit. Yo, get the likes up. If y'all want another hot seat, I seen one in the comment section. I'm sniping y'all. Call me Wesley Snipes, man. I'm sniping y'all. If y'all want another hot seat, say get them. Give me a hell yeah. Give me something. Okay, John Palmer's dumbass talking about Berchelt is slow and he's there to be hit. What is Miguel Mariaga? He's fast and he's not there to be hit? Like, what are y'all really saying? We all sat through Miguel Mariaga versus Lomachenko and Jason Sosa. Is he the most explosive, fast guy? You know what I'm saying? What are y'all really saying? If we could sit through those fights, why can we not sit through unifications? Y'all sound dumb as hell that you're trying to make arguments that unifications in the division mean less than a guy coming off of 2 losses and coming off of a loss, or not coming off 2 losses, but has 2 losses, but coming off a loss in a lower weight class. You're telling me that means more than a guy making a champion quit? Like, come on, man. Y'all sound crazy. All right, hold on. Y'all want this body? I'm gonna give the people what they want. I'm gonna give them this other body. All right, Darius. His argument says, ego. You said Lomachenko can't be pound for pound because Loma has 11 fights, but 10 of those are title fights. Why does it matter if he didn't fight 20 bums first at the beginning of his career like everyone else? See, this is too easy. This is too easy. I never said a padded record is better than fighting. But the thing is, Darius, you there? Darius, are you there? I gotta make sure. Okay, Darius is there. So you're in the hot seat. Here's my thing. Name somebody Lomachenko has fought in his 11 fights, right? I never said anything about him fighting 20 bums, and he needs. It's not just about the number, but it's about the totality of someone's resume. Having years of being able to, a decade of seeing that person, 5 years and 6 years of seeing them at high levels, right? Right? So Darius, my question to you. At this point in Lomachenko's 11th, y'all ready? I'm gonna zip him up with the first response. Y'all want me to zip this dude up, Darius? And then I got another one right after. Yeah, and I'm not gonna say who because y'all try to delete comments and shit, retract the comments. Y'all want me to zip this dude up with my first response? This is how good I'm getting with it. All right, Darius, my question to you, and if you listen, you're automatic because we got so many hot seats today. You lose by default. If you ask me a question, if you don't answer my question, you're automatically out of here because you lose by default. And that's the oldest game that all you guys are trying to play. My question to you is, name the fighters that, as it sits right now, not including Lomachenko because he's not fighting himself. So name someone that Lomachenko has faced that is a Hall of Famer, that you think is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like when the ballot comes out after they've retired, if they were to retire today, and the next one that they're eligible for, name who Lomachenko fought that you would say right now is a Hall of Famer. Oh, I'm about to nail him to the cross, man. Come on, Darius. Okay, but neither did Crawford yet. So you, once again, like I said, automatically discounted, and you're disqualified. You notice he didn't answer the question. He didn't answer the question. I told you would be automatically disqualified. You bring up Terrence Crawford, who no one are talking about. No one's saying Terrence Crawford could beat prime Floyd Mayweather. No one's saying he's Muhammad Ali, right? And Terrence Crawford has more fights, and he's beaten Olympic gold medalists. So we're totally different. Like I said, you lose by default, and we working. Blocked. Now let me go find this other dude. I told y'all gotta answer the questions, because I'm not just gonna keep asking questions and y'all conveniently duck them. All right, the other dude, help me remember this name when I find it too. Hold on. Oh, he might have escaped. I can't find it. Hold on. I'm trying to find this dude. Hey, I think he deleted his comments. Wow. He deleted, because I just went to around the other comments it was around, and I can't find it. Hold on. I'm really trying. Oh, here it is. Listen, his name is Abnert Swida. He says, Ego, you're so biased, it's disgusting. So explain this disgusting bias, and also explain why you're on my channel if I'm so disgusting as bias. All the boxing channels out there, you come to mind. Yes, it is Alberto Swida. Those are my questions. How am I disgustingly biased? What did I say? And then 2, out of all the boxing channels, why do you come to my channel if I'm so biased it's disgusting? Is he still on here? The haters don't leave. What makes you think they would leave? Oh, you're so biased and you're so racist, but they stay here. 10, 9, 6, 3. Yo, one of my mods. Oh, hold on. Now he wants it after he got counted out. Because you're going out of your way to trash the fight. What the fuck, bro? Tank and Loma is a good fight. Everybody that heard me, didn't I just say that Lomachenko versus Tank is a good fight, and I would enjoy that because Tank actually has some intangibles that would make it interesting, and I said not to say that he would beat Lomachenko. Did anybody hear me, or on the replay, did anyone hear me say that Tank versus Loma is a great stylistic fight? So you already got an L because you just lied on my name. Look, he said I heard it. See, how come everyone else is here? They heard it. You guys can, even if you didn't hear it, go listen to the replay. Watch this back on the replay. It's before the hour mark. And I actually said, I said it was a good fight. And I've always maintained it was a good fight. So that's an instant one because you lied. I'm biased, but you lied on me. Blocked. Let's keep going with the show. Anyway, hold up. I don't want to get dehydrated. You said it on your last stream too. I know. Shout out to the real people holding me down that actually listen. That's what I'm saying. I just said it earlier. You shouldn't have to. If you have a good point, you have a good counterpoint to catch me up. You shouldn't have to lie. Why would you have? I openly admitted that the fight is a good fight, and he's lying, saying, "Oh, you said You said it was a bad fight. Come on. I never said that. You guys hear what you want to hear. They're both southpaws. I told you Tank has explosive power, and you're gonna need something like that. At least that's an equalizer. We know how skilled Lomachenko is in the movement, and he frustrates people. So at least having something like severe power in the division. Didn't I block John Palmer? Listen, I've caught so many bodies to this Lomachenko shit, and it's funny. Y'all, I guess I gotta catch another one. John Palmer, right? You're in the hot seat. Ego, why did you pick Rigo to beat Lomachenko, but after the loss, the argument was he was too small? John Palmer, this is very easy. I've already explained to you guys this. The whole thing is, I knew Rigondeaux was the smaller fighter. Anyone with a set of eyes could see that he had a height disadvantage and he was smaller. Everybody knew he was jumping up 2 weight divisions. See, this is what you guys do because a lot of you guys are emotional. It's a fight prediction. I predicted who I thought would win based on how I thought they would fight, right? Even though I thought Billy Joe Saunders had a strong chance to outbox David Lemieux, I did give David Lemieux a chance. I said his only chance would be to land something of note early. It's a fight prediction. So I was like, Saunders would probably outbox him, but I didn't expect David Lemieux to look that shitty. So ultimately, I can't control what a fighter does. I look at a stylistic fight, and I go off of what I think the fighter can do from a skill perspective and momentum and stuff like that. So after, I still gave Lomachenko credit, but I still put it in perspective, which is what a lot of you radical Lomachenko fans don't want me to do. You want me to act like Rigondeaux didn't move 2 weight classes just because you don't want that to, I guess, counter his performance. But the fact is, Loma has 3 fights this year, and 2 of them, the guys were moving up. 1 of them was coming off of a loss. So I got a fight prediction wrong. You guys are holding your hat on me getting a fight prediction wrong. You know what I'm saying? I got a fight prediction wrong because the fighter I thought could do something didn't produce it. I still gave Lomachenko credit, but I put that credit in perspective. It's that simple. It's that simple. You guys keep, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Did you not know that Rigondeaux was up against everything from the smaller purse to the moving up to weight? We all knew what it is. So it's not like someone just reinvented the wheel and we just started adding these deficits. People just thought he could pull through the deficits because he had fought bigger guys, but they weren't on the talent level of Lomachenko. So it's like, y'all always want to like try to pin down but why did you pick Rigondeaux? Because I'm human and I did a fight prediction and I got it wrong. Lomachenko the way he fought totally offset the things I thought Rigondeaux would be able to do. It's that simple. But that's not taken away from his performance, but I still got to put his performance in perspective like I would with anybody else, right? Like the fact of the matter, after you get to see it, you're like, okay, it wasn't built for him to win. You know what I'm saying? Damn you for being wrong. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. These dudes, like, it's just like I picked Danny Garcia over Keith Thurman. That's because I thought Danny Garcia. I thought Keith Thurman would fight a little bit more reckless, but he fought a more educated approach, and he actually used his legs and kept distance to not give Danny Garcia. That's the only reason I picked Danny Garcia is because Keith Thurman in the past has made fights harder, like the Diego Chavez. He was brawling with him. The Sean Porter fight. So I thought he would get lured into that, and props to him, he didn't. End of story. Y'all keep, yeah, but why'd you pick Rigo? It's not that I picked him that I didn't know he had those disadvantages. Everybody knew that. But in a fight, you got to ride with somebody, right? Or you got to think about the fight and how it breaks down in your head. Very easy. I see y'all. I see y'all retracting your own comments because you know you said some shit, some stupid shit, and y'all don't want to get this hot seat. But listen, bro, I'm not. Listen, you Lomachenko, the lunatics. If you're a Lomachenko fan, that's cool. I'm talking about the Lomachenko lunatics. This guy's name is Loma Checkers. He has a picture of Lomachenko, and he's like, Ego, why are you trying to discredit Loma's win over Rigo? Leave me alone. Listen, if your whole life is obsessed with any one fighter, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Stop asking. Just enjoy the regular stream and just let it be that. But I'm not putting somebody in a hot seat. I'm not debating a guy whose whole image, whose whole YouTube persona is a picture of Lomachenko and the name Loma Checkers, and like, come on, man. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm not. You guys, if you love Lomachenko in a weird, like, homoerotic fetish way or something, that's cool. It's Boxing Ego. We accept people from all walks of life. You know what I mean? So you Caitlyn and all that, that's cool. But leave me alone. Leave me alone. Yeah, but why did you do this with Loma? Like, your whole repertoire or whatever, your whole YouTube is Loma. But Ego is true. So it's true that your name is Loma Checkers. Why do you think I would argue with you about Lomachenko? Because at the end of the day, your profile picture is Loma. Your name has Loma. Your bed sheets have Loma. You know, you got high-tech sheets. Leave me alone. I'm not going to argue with you about my thoughts and my theories, right, on Lomachenko, because to me, you're already showing an obsession with a fighter, most likely. When I'm talking about Chris Eubank, this is how I know. I'm talking about Chris Eubank Jr. versus George Groves. You motherfuckers never show up. But when you see Loma in the title, yeah, why did you pick Rigo, Ego? Why you picking Loma? Pound for pound. Like, shut up. Leave me alone. Go to Loma's Twitter and retweet all this shit. Leave me alone. Anyway, I'm sick of this shit. Like, I said my piece. Loma's a good fighter. I want to just keep seeing it. No legend throughout history has not had time to show their greatness. Period. Everybody, like, nobody just said when Pacquiao had bangs, he was fucking people up and shit, but it wasn't until he kept doing it and then he got on pay-per-view and stuff, kept doing it. So if you can't understand that, that's probably because you're a desperate, radical Lomachenko lunatic. It's that simple. People want to see Lomachenko, since he's being pushed to this level, he's being compared to this level. They want to see him in a fight that they think is a good fight at an adequate weight. You know what I'm saying? And see, realistically, since y'all want to be real, Lomachenko, he could have fought Rigondeaux when he was at 26, and then the weight wouldn't have been as, you know what I mean, that then we would have seen him at least at a point where Rigondeaux didn't have to jump up 2 weight classes. Or even at 130, he looks like a fit dude. He could have came down, you know what I mean, and said, oh, I'll fight you at 27. But he didn't. So it's, to me, they want those advantages. And fair play to them. If you can get Rigondeaux to sign, but at the end of the day, that seems like part of their strategy. So now people are saying, now let's see you do what other fighters. It's just, you guys do the same things. The same fighters that ESPN, HBO, y'all want to put at number 1 and 2. Golovkin's number 1. Lomachenko's number 1. Okay, they're number 1 pound for pound to ESPN and HBO. How come they never have to do the shit that others have to do to face them? And then if you suggest it, then all of a sudden you're public enemy number 1. For example, ESPN, their last pound for pound listing before the current one, they said Triple G is number 1. Kell Brook moved up 2 weight classes to fight Triple G. Triple G has moved up how many weight classes? Oh yeah, that's right, none. So Kell Brook can test himself and get an orbital eye injury in the process. But Triple G, who's known as this powerhouse, he don't ever have to move up. He don't have to move up to, if he moved up and fought Andre Ward, who knows? Maybe he gets an orbital eye injury. Maybe he gets stopped. We don't, you know what I mean? He didn't do that, so we don't know. You know, and that's one division. Kell Brook moved up 2. Lomachenko just fought Rigondeaux, who moved up 2 weight divisions, had a string of inactivity. He's pressing Tank, who has no belt. But why not fight a guy 1 division high when you guys are both saying you want to fight each other? That's not even moving up 2 weight classes like Rigondeaux. That's moving up less weight than Rigondeaux. And Lomachenko's about the same age as Mikey Garcia, and he's pretty big. I would say he's pretty big for 130. Period. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys keep putting fighters prematurely in these spots, but why don't they ever have to do what other fighters have to do to fight them? Floyd Mayweather's the A side, but he still had to concede weight to Oscar, conceded weight to Miguel Cotto. He moved up more weight versus Canelo than Canelo had to move down, and he gave up 13 years on the age shit. So I mean that's it. You're putting a lot of pressure on these fighters, and if you're obsessed with any one fighter, then leave me alone. I just blocked some guy named Supreme Taco or something. Block Supreme Lover. See, y'all got suspect names. The people who always troll the most. What the fuck is a Supreme Lover? That sounds weird. Like, oh yeah, call me Supreme Lover. Why would you even come up with that for your YouTube username? Anyway, moving on. Y'all can keep talking about Lomachenko. I'm done. He's a good fighter. See, and listen, when I talk about like Dan Rayfield or stuff, he don't ever say nothing good about the fighters that I don't think he likes. You know what I mean? Like, if I made a list of fighters he doesn't like, he rarely says anything good about them. Edeslani Lara, Andre Ward, Rigondeaux, Floyd Mayweather. It's like he rarely. I'm telling you straight up, Lomachenko is a good fighter. He's the best at 130, etc. See, it's funny that, oh, you're so biased. But then the white man, Dan Rayfield, he can say whatever about these fighters. Say, oh, Ward, even though he represented the USA, his fights are the biggest piece of garbage, and I put my kids to sleep with Rigondeaux fight. He can say all that. I'm giving Lomachenko his piece. I'm telling you he's good. I'm telling you he's the best at 130. They never do that. The people, the old media who are saying the opposite, they never give even a shred of credit. So y'all gotta fall back, man. It's a new era, it's a new breed. Believe in that. And see, this is the thing. Dan Rayfield of ESPN, one of the biggest like sports outlets or whatever, he blocked Rigondeaux. I'm not blocking Lomachenko. Lomachenko, he posts stuff all the time and I tweet. And actually, I have friends with Box Raw. I know Box Raw, the owners of the Box Raw clothing. And Loma just did an exclusive deal with them. So, you know what I mean? Like, if I hated Loma and all this extra shit, then why am I not acting like Dan Rayfield? I retweet Loma's pictures. I like Loma's pictures on Instagram. That's what I'm saying. Y'all need to wake up and get this money because y'all are too emotional. I'm out here getting money. I'm out here worried about me, worried about my family, worried about my brand. Y'all care too much. Oh, yeah. People be stalking me. Why'd you like Loma's picture? Why do you care what I do? You know what I mean? Dan Rayfield's out here blocking fighters he don't like. You know what I mean? And then getting mad when Broner calls him a fat ass and goes in on him and shit. I posted that Edeslani Lara tweet where he called him racist or hater. Errol Spence liked it. Man, the real fighters know what it is and what it ain't. So at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. But the real recognize real. That's why certain people get respect from the fighters. You know what I mean? And not just because of who they work for. I'm like, you know what I mean? Compared to an HBO or ESPN or Showtime, I'm small. You know what I mean? But I guarantee you when I see these fighters at the fights, we chop it up, we have a good time. You know what I mean? It's a different level of respect. Ask Daniel Jacobs. He stopped his whole interview to give a salute to me and the brand. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all will see the trend, man. Like, literally. Dan Rayfield, does he even go to gyms? Like, ever? Like, I'm not talking about in his personal life. I'm talking about, like, has he ever... I never see him at the gym. Like, media workouts or nothing. Like, where is he at? You know what I'm saying? I don't ever see him at like media. I see him at the actual like a weigh-in or something, but I never see him at the in the gym standing. I never see him. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Y'all tripping. Y'all funny though. So anyway, who y'all picking for Canelo versus Triple G? Canelo Triple G rematch. Who? Triple G all day. Triple G, Canelo. Man, I'm rocking with Canelo, man. I'm rocking with Canelo again. I'm sorry. I think Canelo got this. Like, listen. I think Canelo got it, man. That's my honest opinion. Like, okay, here. I did pick Canelo the first time. Okay. My question. And see, this is I would not hot seat someone for this, because this is just a, you know what I mean, we have to see the outcome, so I can't hot seat someone for picking Triple G or picking the opposite person. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm fair on my channel. I'm not like, I typically don't hot seat people for shit like that. So I don't care if you're picking Triple G. He's a good fighter. But my thing is, I'm picking Canelo. My thing is this. What adjustment, like what is Triple G gonna do more than he did in the first fight? Yo, one of my moderators, take a look at Dark Stallion, see what he's putting, because he's putting a whole lot of something, and if his comments are not adequate for the stream, get him out of here, because I just keep seeing him. I don't know if he's talking to someone, but look at the name Dark Stallion, and my moderators handle that if it needs to be handled. Anyway, what is Triple G, what is he gonna do? Well, I guess that was handled quickly. So anyway, in your opinion, what is Triple G gonna do different? Think Triple G can go more to the body, uppercut. Triple G's never really been known for his uppercuts. He showed a good body attack, but it's against guys who are way lesser than Canelo. Canelo has great upper body movement, and to me, that's the whole reason Triple G didn't go to the body. So I don't see Canelo not using his defense and his upper body movement. So I don't see how Triple G, how is Triple G gonna get the body shots off? The whole part is Canelo is, you know what I'm saying, elusive in there. All right, Tyrone Biggest. Once again, another emotional person that is going to get flamed up in the hot seat. Ego, you so biased towards Canelo. Because I pick a fighter, I'm so biased. So please explain to the world, so we can get you up out of here, what I said that was so biased towards Canelo. So biased. And go. Tyrone Biggest, hurry up. What is so biased? Exactly, nobody ever explains. I'm just so biased. How am I so biased towards Canelo? Listen, damn, the fans are so good. Ego's Army so good, they already started counting you down. They already know. That's what I'm saying. It's so easy to, you guys just keep allowing me to catch bodies. I'm just trying to have regular boxing talk, and they just keep coming for me, and the bodies keep counting and keep stacking. Okay, you got one more response. He says, Ego, you don't like Triple G. So start getting to the facts behind it. What did I say that doesn't like Triple G, right? And what did I say that was biased for Canelo? You keep saying blanket, vague statements. So give us some specifics. What did I say that makes you believe I hate Triple G? Because I'm picking Canelo to win a fight and you're not? That's what makes me biased? Yo, let's get to 200 likes while we wait for this clown to get hot seated. Everybody, if you're new to the stream, Ego Army, hold it down. Hit that like button. See, it's all emotion. Because I'm not picking who you want me to pick. Because I'm not saying what you want me to say. There's always some biased shit. You got one more response, and if you don't hurry up, you're gonna get blocked. I try to give you all the opportunity, but we're not waiting all day. We got a show to run. 15, 12. Shave that beard. And you're out of here. Blocked. Once again, I'm biased. I hate Triple G. And you didn't give me one example. You didn't give the people one example of any of this. And then your final comment, you knew you were down to your final comment, is asking another grown-ass man to shave his beard. Like, what is that? Yeah, you need to shave your beard, man. So once again, because I'm not saying what you want me to say, it's always some extra shit. Shave your beard. No, listen, if you're a guy, I want to be ugly to you. I want my beard to look mangy. I want to stink. Like, you're a dude. I'm not out here trying to impress you. That's the least of my concerns. Oh, you better shave that beard. Like, some of y'all are retarded. Like, real life, like, remember that movie with Cuba Gooding Jr., Radio? When he was like all that? I really think some of y'all are on that level. How am I biased? Shave your beard. You're out of here. Blocked. Everybody type pussy. Worried about another man's appearance. That's what I'm saying. Boxing has some weirdos. Like, I'm gonna check Megan's Law. If I get any of y'all names, I'm checking Megan's Law, because I feel like some of y'all gonna be on there. Straight up. Anyway, I'm picking Canelo. And see, this is the other thing with my channel, and just, I guess, being an alpha male. I don't care who's mad. If I'm picking Canelo, then you pick whoever you want, and we'll see who's right. And if I'm wrong, then I'll say, bravo, Triple G, you made the adjustments. Now, let's get this money. Like, again, some of y'all are so emotional. I don't know if the internet just controls your life or whatever, but I'm out here trying to get this money. I'm trying to cover fights. I'm trying to, you know what I mean, go on some dates with some monies. Like, y'all do too much. It's like these fighters don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Triple G don't know you. But at least for me, right or wrong, if I'm picking Canelo, I can explain why I'm picking Canelo. I'm like, okay, what I say is biased. Shave your beard. Okay. Why are you picking Triple G over Canelo in the rematch? Shave your fucking beard, man. Really? This is who y'all sent for me? Bay names about business for real, I know. I mean, you already know that, man. Bay, this is the home of the pimps, players, and hustlers. And you get in where you fit in. Sell water to a whale. I'll sell garlic to a vampire. Y'all can do all that extra shit. Oh, you hate Lomachenko. Man, if I met Lomachenko, if you don't have no issue with me, I definitely don't have an issue with him. I'll dap him up. I'll interview him. I'll work with him. Triple G, like, it's really not that serious to me. I just give my opinion. I think in a fight with two people, I think Canelo will make the adjustments. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's what I'm saying. Y'all be like saying stupid shit. Oh yeah, when Triple G knocks that pussy out, you're gonna close your channel. This is my income. What the fuck? Why would I close my channel? Y'all sound stupid. Close your channel because you got a fight prediction wrong? Okay. After all, as hard as I worked for the last couple of years, I'm gonna close my channel because of a wrong fight prediction. Like I said, the bottom line is, if more channels my size or bigger, or just in general, put out their thoughts, and then you will see a lot more of who knows what. See how long people are right and how long people are wrong and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, a lot of people, like for example, Dan Rayfield at ESPN, I never really hear him break down fights. When is the last time he really broke down? Not like round one, Canelo landed a right. I'm not talking about that type of break. I'm talking about like a prediction where he broke down and he's like, man, I see Canelo making this adjustment, or he's doing this, and He's gonna bait Golovkin on the ropes, use his defense, shoot the uppercut. You know what I mean? You don't really see any type of wow. Rayfield breaks down 8-course meals. Y'all tripping. You know what I mean? Like I try. Like I'm not saying I'm better than nobody, but I try to give insight on my channel too. Like if I'm like, oh, Lomachenko Mikey's a good fight, I'm telling you why it's a good fight. I'm not just like I said. The great thing about how I came up in the YouTube game is I'm not confined to any one promoter, right? Like I could criticize Billy Joe Saunders like I have in the past for decisions and statements he's made, but then I could also give him props like I just did when he beat David Lemieux. I can do that. You know what I mean? A lot of these people don't do that. It's just like if I criticize him once or I don't like this fighter, they're forever on the shit list. I don't do that. Billy Joe Saunders did his fucking thing. Now let's talk about this Canelo. See, and this is the funny thing. Listen, the dude said, oh, I'm in love with Canelo and so biased for him. But you guys, if you listen to the replay or if you were on the live stream when I first started, the other guy, what did he say? The guy that put in the hot seat. He says that I crucified Canelo and he compared it to Tank and Loma. Remember? So let me get this straight. I'm biased for Canelo or I'm crucifying Canelo? Or is it that I'm doing both if need be? Are you still talking about yourself? Yep. And you know what else we talk about? How you just got blocked. Block, L. Listen, this is freedom of speech. You don't want to be here. You don't have to be here. You don't like the content. You don't like the delivery. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? But with all that slick shit, I'm from the Bay, man. We don't do all that slick shit, that slick talk. Like, if you don't want to be here, don't be here. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to say, your channel sucks, I'm leaving. Just leave. Go to someone else's channel. Do whatever you have to do. But that slick talk will get you that L. Anywho, let's talk about Golden Boy calling Billy Joe Saunders a runner. Y'all gotta stop. Ego would have double the subs if he didn't ask casuals. I don't care. I get paid. You know what I'm saying? I got a verified account and over 100,000, so I'm good with the amount of subs I have, with everything that I have. You know what I'm saying? I don't need double. I'm good right now, right here, with what I have. Anywho, Golden Boy saying Saunders ran. To me, that's weak. Like boxing fans, 2018, we got to do better. We got to do better. That like it's getting crazy. Now it's like a go-to. My dog ate my homework. It's like a go-to response. If you get outclassed and get your ass whooped, he ran. If he used movement. And you know what the fucked up part about it is, since I'm so biased for Canelo, if we're being real, if you're gonna say Billy Joe Saunders ran, then who is running in Canelo Triple G? If we're using that term and using the guy with the strategy and movement, then obviously Canelo was the one using his legs in that fashion more so than Triple G. So it just, Golden Boy is looking mad hypocritical right now. From Oscar saying, fuck this Mayweather. He said, fuck you, Conor. Fuck Mayweather. Boycott this fight, to I'll fight him, right? To Eric Gomez saying Billy Joe Saunders ran. But then y'all saying, Oscar saying it was a close fight, but Canelo won. And Canelo used his legs, but Billy Joe Saunders ran. And see, at the very least, you can say the level of competition was different, but Billy Joe Saunders left no doubt in anybody's mind who won that fight. The Canelo Triple G, it was a close fight, and there are doubts about who won that fight. You know what I mean? Billy Joe Saunders didn't leave that. If you got to work, listen, any fighter that's watching this, a trainer's watching this, if you have a working game plan, it's working, and they can't see you, and they have no answer for it, keep doing that shit. Period. Period. So all that, oh, he ran, that's an excuse. Like David Lemieux, David Lemieux post-fight, like, oh, he ran, and if that's how he chooses to get his way, yep, that's how he chose to whip your ass by running. And he did a good job, period. Stop it. Stop with that running shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Curtis Stevens didn't run and he got laid the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? He got knocked out brutally. So yeah, you was all for that. You was all about that because you got your way. You know what I mean? It's really, that's what it reminds me of. Speaking of getting your way, it reminds me of like a little kid. When a little kid can't get a piece of candy and they cry, that's what it is with these fighters and trainers and promoters and stuff, when their fighter can't, they don't show overall fundamentals to cut off the ring and slow them to the body, use an effective jab, and they can't stop and neutralize the threat, can't neutralize the guy's foot speed, then all of a sudden, it's the other person's fault. Angel, you had Curtis beating Lemieux. You from New York though, that's why. You was riding with your New York crony. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, Billy Joe Saunders was showing his ass in there, pause. And he was clowning. No excuse. Stop that. Shout out to Boom Boom. Hit and don't get hit. That is exactly it. Yeah, that's exactly it. Hit and don't get hit. It's not up to you. Like, and see, this is the whole thing. That whole running bullshit is like, if Canelo, let's say Jamal Charlo hit Canelo hard as fuck, he's going to clinch. So don't talk about, and he's probably going to evade. Just like when Keith Thurman got hurt hella bad to the body with Luis Collazo. What did he do? That motherfucker did the 40-yard dash. You know what I'm saying? It's the fight game. And all these fighters, if given the right competition, if given the style or threat that pulls it out, they would all do that. And if you don't do that, then you'll get knocked out. It's that simple. Floyd Mayweather, if he didn't elect to hold versus Shane Mosley, he probably would have got stretched. Simple as that. Floyd being a cerebral fighter, a smart fighter, he knew what to do in that moment. Fuck that. And he clinched. And he did good in the rest of, he got hurt twice in round 2, but he actually did good and started walking Shane down in that same round. A smart fighter. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Listen, if a guy's a runner, you don't tell him to turn their legs off. If a guy's a puncher, you don't tell him to stop hitting me so hard. If a guy has speed like Khan or Gary Russell or something, don't say slow down. It's not up to them to, Khan's fast as fuck. He was hitting Devin Alexander like, eesh, 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 eesh. And Devin Alexander's head was like that. You know what I'm saying? So was he going to slow down for Devin Alexander and just eesh, eesh, when he could be like, eesh, 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 eesh. Like, it's stupid. You don't tell Pacquiao stop being awkward. So don't tell runners to stop running. Get the W, do whatever you want. And the worst part about it, like Snoop said, to make that even more fucked up, most of the time these motherfuckers keep talking about running, the fighter got their ass beat. So it's not even like, oh, he ran and like, I didn't get touched. Like, David Lemieux was getting like backed into the ropes in round 7. It was not looking good for him. It looked like Joe Saunders could have stopped him. You know what I'm saying? When Canelo and Robert Guerrero, it looked like Floyd was about to stop Guerrero. It looked like he was just fucking around in there with Canelo. So that's what makes it worse. It's like, oh, y'all like that Amir Khan? Eesh, 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 eesh. That's Khan, he got that speed. That's what I'm saying. Like, he ain't gonna stop being fast because you want him to. Eesh, 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 eesh. He's not gonna be like, eesh, eesh. When he can, eesh, eesh, eesh. Y'all gotta study the game, man. We gotta stop these chicken shit excuses, though, in boxing. If you're a power puncher, knock the motherfucking head off. That's what you should try to do. Use your power, get it off. If you're a great body puncher like Errol Spence Jr., rock, you know what I mean, crack them ribs. If you got speed, eesh, 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 eesh. Use that speed. If you got foot speed, use that. If you're just an all-around fighter, use that. Defense, use that. Period. Nobody tell Amir Khan to stop eesh, eesh, eesh. And you feel me? When Amir Khan getting people with that speed. You know, I mean, and look at like, speaking of Amir Khan, he was eashing the fuck out of Danny Garcia. But Danny Garcia finally got that timing down. But them first 2 rounds, Danny Garcia, eesh, 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 eesh. Like, he was getting east. So, props to Danny Garcia for turning that around. You know what I mean? Other fights, not so much. Like Mauricio Herrera, Peterson. You know what I mean? He wasn't able to make adjustments the same in those fights. It don't matter if you say Khan has a glass chin. David Lemieux has he has some of the most power at the middleweight division. So that's his fault. If you don't know how to get that power off, then whose fault is that? He got cracks. He clearly has power for anyone at middleweight, but you have to know how to get it off. And if you let Billy Joe Sanders each won a couple of things me way, he was in him with that. I want a couple of things me way shit. So stop with that whole he ran. See, this is what Golden Boy was mad at. They waited all this time and put the Canelo Triple G negotiations on hold to look at the outcome of Saunders Lemieux, and they thought their Golden Boy, New Media UK, you already know that. Death Row East, y'all know him on the West, UK. We're gonna do that Death Row UK too. Golden Boy waited for that Saunders Lemieux, because if Lemieux would have won impressively, they could have possibly made the Canelo Lemieux fight, or it would have been another option with a belt that they could have explored, and then they could kind of press Golovkin in negotiations like, hey, you better take less money, if not, we'll walk and fight Lemieux. But now, knowing how Billy Joe Saunders fought, listen, y'all got to understand the game. Knowing how Billy Joe Saunders fought, Golden Boy's looking at it, and that's why they're saying this whole running thing and trying to take his stock down. Now, they've seen how Billy Joe Saunders fought, so they're like, he has the opportunity, maybe not to knock Canelo out, but to school him up and make him look slow, or just be like an Edeslandi Lara fight. They even compared, Eric Gomez compared Saunders' performance to the Canelo versus Lara. So that lets me know, they're like, fuck it, we'll take the bigger money fight and Golovkin, the dangerous fight still, but that's it. So I think Billy Joe Saunders kind of spoiled Golden Boy's plans, because they would have at least had Lemieux as an option, and you could kind of, in negotiating, if you could, it's like poker, you know what I mean? You could call somebody's bluff. If Golovkin was like, no, I want an extra $2 million, and you have, if they know you don't have any other reasonable options, right? Then they can kind of power play Golovkin if they think you have other options. Do you guys get what I'm saying? But I mean, who are Canelo's options? If you think about it, Canelo doesn't really have options. Not saying he doesn't have options he can fight, but he doesn't have non-threatening options that make sense. Everybody up there is a killer. Lemieux's out of the picture because he just got the brakes beat off of him. Billy Joe Saunders, looking like he looked, is definitely could trouble him. Demetrius Andrade has a style that can definitely trouble Canelo. Jamal Charlo, Danny Jacobs, they're all like 6 feet or better. You know what I'm saying? And some of them are using their legs. Some of them have a lot of power. So really, Canelo, he's actually, this sounds crazy, and I'm not throwing shade at Golovkin saying he's not a good fighter, but Golovkin is actually the safest option for him. Safest option. One, you already shared the ring with him for 12, and two, he's there to be hit more so than other people. Period. And you have a feel for what you spar with him, and you have a feel for, you know what I mean, what he does as a pro. You ain't been in the ring and sparred Daniel Jacobs and Big Bear and all this shit, or Jamal Charlo, to my knowledge. So I think Billy Joe Saunders, I think that's what Golden Boy's really mad at, is that Billy Joe Saunders went up there and fucked up the rotation by making David Lemieux look like that. And then on top of just the Canelo shit, David Lemieux is one of Golden Boy's last remaining named people. You know what I mean? Guys who have been on pay-per-view and stuff like that. So he really just did a number on the Golden Boy roster because they're running out of fighters. Damn, New Media on it. Last thing I want to talk about, since we're talking about Golden Boy, is Golden Boy, just to me, I'm not throwing shade, I'm just being honest. They seem a bit desperate. Oscar De La Hoya, he went on Mikey Garcia's page, where Mikey Garcia is promoting his Showtime fight, right? And he's like, hey, if you want to be a pay-per-view star, holler at me. I'm going to show you. New Media. Mikey Garcia posted this on his page. He's fighting for the title, IBF title, Sergey Lipinets. And he was like, Mikey, all he put was the date of where he's fighting and where. And Oscar says, good luck. If you ever want to be a pay-per-view star, I'm right here. Like De La Hoya right now with messages like that, it seems like a girl or something who just went like it. He not saying he seems like the girl, but in a situation where like a girl just went through a breakup, and the guy's like trying to offer his shoulder to cry on. That's what De La Hoya is seeming like right now. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I just broke up with my boyfriend of 3 years, and he's like, hey, if you need someone to talk to, let me know. Hey, if you want to go out for some ice cream, let me know. Like, it just seems like weird, like, to comment that. Good luck. If you ever want to be a pay-per-view star, I'm right here. So, you know the man's fighting on Al Heyman's Premier Boxing Champs. You know he's fighting on Showtime. You already offered him a Cotto deal, which he rejected because he didn't want to sign up with Golden Boy. You offered him the Jorge Linares fight. He turned that down, even though that wasn't an exclusive contract that would have put him in a Golden Boy stable contract. He still turned it down, and now he's fighting Sergey Lipinets. So obviously, there's something that the Garcias and Oxnard and Mikey like about the PBC offer to the point where they rejected Golden Boy's offer. So on top of that, for De La Hoya to be like, hey, good luck. If you ever want to be a pay-per-view star, I'm right here. Like, it just sounds, like I said, it sounds like a girl just went through a breakup. She's just trying to get over it. And you talking about, hey, if you want to get some pie, give me a ring. Like, give me a call. Like, Mikey knows he's a free agent. He knows his options. He knows who wants this. Floyd wanted to sign him. Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy have expressed interest in one of it. He knows what his, you know what I'm saying? He knows what his options are. So you don't have to keep reminding him and shit. Like, hey, I know I just have Canelo. I know. But I'll make you into a pay-per-view star. Like, man, come on, man. Listen. I said it before and I'll say it again. Everyone gets mad. Oh, you hate Golden. I don't. I just went to a Golden Boy fight, and I was gonna go to the Sullivan Barrera versus Joe Smith Jr. I got approved for all those fights. Oh shit! And the fucking power just went out. But listen, it's nothing to do with hating anyone. I'm just being real. I'm being realistic with what I feel, and it just seems desperate. It really does. It seems desperate. Mikey, like I said, he's a smart dude. I've interviewed him. Smart guy. And I'm sure he knows his options. He knows who wants to sign him. You know what I mean? I mean, even Floyd, like Floyd making money and shit. He's not, hey, come to Mayweather Promotions. If you want to be a pay-per-view, he's not. He wanted to sign him. It didn't, I don't think they made an offer. It didn't really go down or happen. So Floyd ain't really all in the comment section. What, like, you know what I mean? The Source Awards, all in the video, all in the comment section. To me, that's just crazy to me. That sounds crazy that he's doing that. And I'm a realist. It's not just this one incident. The reason I'm saying this is because there's been others. Deontay Wilder, he said the same thing. He says, if you want to be a pay-per-view star and have Anthony Joshua begging to fight you, come to Death Row, come to Golden Boy. Like, what? What are you talking about? So, like, I mean, I just don't believe it. Like, I don't believe it for the simple fact of, like, how would Anthony Joshua is from a region where he gets a lot of support. So no matter who Deontay Wilder was with, it doesn't change the fact that Joshua was a rock star. You guys get what I'm saying? So how would De La Hoya, he said that he would have he would have Joshua begging him for the Wilder fight. I don't see that because, I mean, no matter who Wilder's with, that doesn't change the fact that Joshua fought Klitschko and beat him in front of 90,000 people and did 70,000 versus Carlos Takam, no matter who was promoting him. Who has the best boxing promotion, Golden Boy or Top Rank? I mean, Top Rank is killing it, in my opinion. Okay, listen, put it this way. Since y'all ask questions like that, Top Rank has been in the business since the Ali days, right? Top Rank, here's my question to you guys. See, everyone gets mad until it comes time to describe why you're mad. Top Rank has Terrence Crawford and Vasiliy Lomachenko. So I'm going to leave Mick Conlon, who they can build. I'm going to leave Felix Verdejo and Shakur Stevenson out of it. But name someone on Golden Boy, aside from Canelo, that you would say is getting more buzz and bigger than Terrence Crawford or Vasiliy Lomachenko. Name the person that has more buzz right now and is fighting the level of competition that they're fighting. Not just fighting like journeymen and like, you know what I mean, coming up. Someone said Tashawn Dong. Y'all crazy. That Dong. Why did they sign him? Linares is fighting next month and nobody knows about it. Lomachenko fighting Rigondeaux sold out in like a day or so or whatever. So Jorge Linares is a terrible example because he's not bigger and more buzzed about than Terrence Crawford or Vasiliy Lomachenko. So keep guessing. Okay, people don't even know who Jorge Linares is fighting for real. Some people, real boxing fans might know, but a lot of casuals don't. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you got to look at the platform. Top Rank got this deal, and they're putting on big fights on ESPN. That Linares fight's going to be on HBO. Who's PPB? I don't even know what that is. Best middleweight boxer? I don't know. They got to all fight. I don't know. I mean, I rate Danny Jacobs high. I rate Andrade high. Canelo, Triple G, Charlo. I mean, I don't know. They got to fight. They need to do a round robin. So anyway, no one's answering the question. The only answer I really seen was Linares, and everyone else said no one. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, Top Rank is definitely have more momentum. You know what I'm saying? Because they have fights on ESPN, and they have guys like I said, Terrence Crawford, Vasiliy Lomachenko. And I can't think of any. You know what I mean? Jojo Diaz, his buzz is not. You know what I mean? Maybe if he beats Gary Russell or something, maybe his buzz will grow up. Diego De La Hoya. I mean, those guys. Ryan Garcia, that's my dude. But at the same time, he's still fighting the level of competition he needs to fight right now. You know, he's not fighting like the guys he's calling out. He's still fighting. Tashawn Dong is the only star other than Canelo. Everybody knows Tashawn Dong. Oscar Valdez is with Top Rank, not Golden Boy. So try again. Yeah, I heard Linares might fight Garcia at 140. Then I picked Garcia to beat him at 35. At 40, I'm definitely picking Garcia because he has more experience up there, and Linares don't like pressure. Ryan Garcia self-promotes. Yes, that, like I said, that's no shade to him. Ryan Garcia is my dude. Shout out to him. But he's no one can even name. No one would be able to name his last 5 opponents or anything like that. Like he's still he has a good size following on Instagram and stuff like that. But they're still building him. He's not like a pay-per-view star. And then David Lemieux just got waxed by Billy Joe Saunders. Saddam Ali, that's a solid name. But that Saddam Ali's my dude too. But again, I don't think he's like right there for pay-per-view, even though he just beat Cotto. And like we got to see, is he gonna stay at 54? Is he gonna move to 47? Things like that. So I wouldn't say him either. I wouldn't say he's like. So is Saddam Ali bigger than Errol Spence Jr., Adrian Broner, Deontay Wilder? I wouldn't say so. I'm just talking about brand-wise, not talent, not who, how many subscribe. I'm talking about brand. Is he bigger? You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't say he is. Because when he fought Cotto, I seen people on the chat and they did a live stream for the weigh-in. People were putting Saddam Hussein and Muhammad Ali, just trolling and putting stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. it's been real. I'm about to get out of here, get some to eat, chill out. Let's see if we can get some last minute likes. But yeah, I think Golden Boy, like, instead of just like trying to recruit people, they gotta worry about building their talent and stuff. Especially, I'm picking Canelo to beat Triple G, and that'll be a huge blow if he loses to Triple G. Like, fair and square, if Triple G like knocks him down a couple times and beats him, or beats him convincingly, or knocks him out, then it's gonna be real bad for Golden Boy. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be real bad because they just lost Mauricio Herrera. Where's he been? Jesus Soto Caras just retired. Gabe Rosado, I think, is with them, but I mean, after he beat Glenn Tapia, no one was really talking about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Golden Boy doesn't have. See, and this, listen, how can Oscar keep saying that he's gonna make Wilder a star, Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia? How are you gonna make all these guys a pay-per-view star? One, it's harder to become a pay-per-view star in this era of streaming. It's harder. Two, where's your catalog of stars like that you've really made? I mean, Canelo. Who else have they made into a pay-per-view star? David Lemieux, he wasn't a pay-per-view star. His numbers with Golovkin was trash. You know what I'm saying? But it's not even just about pay-per-view star. Name someone who's a Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence, Adrian Broner, Terrence Crawford, Vasiliy Lomachenko level star. They're not on pay-per-view headlining really either. But name someone who's at least that level. Yo, Ego, is Wilder versus Ortiz for sure locked in May 3rd? No. They're negotiating. And you know, it's boxing, so it's not 100% set in stone. But the good thing is they both were on national TV saying they want the fight, and I think they both want the fight. So, gang, there's a good chance it goes down. Yo, who is Sergey Kovalev fighting? That's what I need to know. Who is Igor Mikhalkin? Main pay-per-view boxer would be Canelo or Anthony Joshua. But Canelo is, if he loses to Golovkin, that's going to hurt his stock. Point blank, period. So Golden Boy, like, okay, put it this way. If Lomachenko lost, they still got Terrence Crawford. On top of their young talent, the Oscar Valdez's, Shakur Stevenson, and Mick Conlon, they got other guys that they can build and they can just put more energy into. You know what I mean? If Deontay Wilder lost to Anthony Joshua, they still got Errol Spence, and you know what I mean? They got different fighters like that, Keith Thurman, where they could just put more stock and energy into them. Sean Porter's, other good fighters that have been at a certain level, you know, we got some $1 million paydays and stuff like that. Felix Verdejo, he pretty much fell off. He fought a hairdresser, knocked him out. Then I don't even know who he fought after that. Then he got a motorcycle accident. Yeah, man, I'm about to get out of here. It's been real. Shout out to the live chat. Shout out to everybody. We working. 2018 should be good, though. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Let me know what you guys think. Catch the replay if you missed it live. Hit that like button. Let's see if we can get some last minute likes, people. Ego Army, stand up. Ego Mafia, we are the mob. Money on top of boxing. And Felix Verdejo really did fight a hairdresser. I'm not making that up. I'm not making jokes. The guy was really a hairdresser in like Florida or something. Damn, we got people getting banned in my closing. I'm closing the show and people still getting banned by my mods. Shout out to my moderators holding it down as usual. Lots more to come, at least on my side. Check out the regular videos, the live stream, and I'll holla. Peace out.